Sentinels just played probably the worst game that they have in a very, very long time. It was this game, if you're wondering, NRG vs Sentinels in the Sen City Classic Grand Final. And the scores, well, they were 13-4 and 13-5. So the score kind of tells you that it was a domination, and it was, because one team played very well, NRG, and the other team played very bad. So we're going to focus here on the first map, Bind, and we're going to start here with round number 3, NRG's bonus round. And things weren't going so great from the off.
Wall, Yoru ult, the combos, like Carmine Corp used to do that a lot with just Yoru, Astra, and Neri could get killed here.
Oh. Both guys could have got killed. Wow.
Does he have his TP?
Spike down, B.
Should definitely get out.
What the fuck? The pull. Dude.
So this already is just like a good example of like, they just didn't seem ready for this, right? They didn't seem ready. So what are we talking about here? Well, obviously, first off, both of them almost completely get caught out timing wise, right? Just no awareness, no idea that NRG, you know, can silently jump up here. Just completely taken off guard. Just nothing, right? Just could have easily both died there without any kills. But then this happens, right? So Nuri actually wins that first fight. They then get this Astra Suck. This is nice, right? They're then both coming to fight here as well, which is, you know, pretty good. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But we're being kind of forced into this fight because for some reason, and I really don't get this at all, how are you playing Yoru and you haven't got a TP setup? Right? And you're like in a, you know, I mean, if we come back to the start of the round, right? Like you're in a pretty aggressive spot here. Right, like you're coming up here. You actually throw a flash. I think they throw a flash through the shower as well, right? So you're coming up, playing a pretty aggressive position, and you have no TP set up in the map, right? You've only got one TP. Okay, that's fair enough, but you don't have it set up whatsoever. And so now that you're here, like, you know, you would think like this is a perfect situation for you win your 1v1, you can TP out, and we're in a 5v4, and we're chilling. But instead, now we have to commit. We have to drag our teammate across as well. And okay, you know, you could argue that maybe they should win this fight, right, with the Astra Suck and whatnot. Maybe they should. This was just another thing that was going on, that they couldn't win a gunfight like that, right? So that was also happening. But why is there no TP set up there, right? We're playing Europe. Why is there no TP? I don't know. Okay, let's take a look at the very next round. And in this one, Sentinels are on a pretty bad eco. As you can see, they've just got the one gun here on narrate, and what they're gonna do after they've kind of been a bit aggressive over here towards Sen with the Yoru, he TP'd back across, and now we're gonna go and push Shower and get proactive here instead, right? Okay, this is a perfectly fine plan, but as these guys continue to push up, right, and they continue kind of on their way, and you know, we're probably figuring out where NRG are, and then NRG decide to come back, right? Like, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect, right? NRG are coming back straight into our 3 players pushed up here. Couldn't go any better. But again, just weird mistakes made by Sentinels.
Okay, a trade.
So we end up in a 1-for-1 there for Sentinels, but I do think that they get a little bit fortunate here, to be honest, that this is the case. I mean, you would think, you know, a second just is walking. I mean, look at the gap between these guys right now. Right? Look at the gap there already just between these 3. You know, and they've been holding hands the whole way. And now there's a massive gap. And you would also think like, hey, we've got one gun, you know, between the 3 of us, right? We've got 2 pistols and 1 rifle. You know, you would think, let the rifle, you know, take this first fight, and they get a bit fortunate. I think that this is so unusual for NRG that they don't expect anyone else to be here. They probably just think, hey, this is an eco. This guy's walked up on his own. So I think, weirdly, they're so far away that I think it actually catches NRG, you know, by surprise a bit. And they maybe get a bit fortunate that FNS puts his wall up there. You might have just seen, because, you know, that's his wall, not Sentinel's wall, this one. So maybe just as he was dying there, FNS puts up this wall, also helps them escape slightly there. But now they come into B. Now, this is one of the few things that Sentinels actually did really well, right? This is a really nice little both Molly, Astra Suck combo here as NRG are coming out, right? So this is nice. You've got the Astra Smoke, of course. You then got the wall you can see here as well. So decaying them as they come in. You've got the Astra Suck. You've got the Molly. This is nice, right? This traps these guys kind of here, right? And because they're decayed as well, Zilz is then even able to spam with just a classic. We also get the fade reveal you see just there. Is able to spam with a classic and kill some, right? So that's really good. You know, this is what you want to see. When you're playing this kind of comp, you know, this is what you want to see from Sentinels, which we didn't see a lot. But this was good. right? And it gets them into a good situation, and then we're going to carry on getting into a good situation here, where we're going to get this little flank. So, you know, we've got an extra player here who was, you know, on this kind of flank before. Now they're coming behind. NRG try and push towards elbow, but they're a little unsure. Out comes the Yoru ult, which is why our Yoru is going crazy here, right? That distracts them a little bit, and Bang is able to get a free kill. And now we're in a 2v4, and I don't care what guns you've got at this point. You know, this situation, Sentinels probably should be winning.
This Yoru ult's cooking.
Ooh, that's a big kill.
Rage
So
is
Molly,
flanking. Rage is flanking.
they should know this though.
Oh,
He has ult.
Damn.
Oh, no
Good
stop.
jiggle.
Oh.
Last player standing.
Bang. Oh, no, he had it.
Nice try. He got out. That was a really good eco, though.
Okay, so obviously you lose a 4v2. You Yoru ulted them. You had a pretty good idea where they are. Not ideal, but the start to round number 9 is even more questionable.
Damn.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you play up.
I mean, this should never happen at this level. Okay, like this is really, really quite bad, right? So what essentially is happening here is you've got, you know, your Viper and Yoru here out fighting long, or so they think. Zelsis is waiting for his Viper orb to land here, and Narrate is just full sending it, swinging out, you know, as if they're both just running out there straight away. So he ends up completely isolated on his own, loses the fight as well. Not ideal. You see Zelsis there was waiting for his orb. Now that the orb goes up, he goes up just a little too early and also dies, right? Just comical levels of bad. And this then snowballed into other problems as well, because when you're playing bad, you can't win fights, you know, you're not on the same page, all that kind of stuff. You then start forgetting about some other details as well, like your opponent's ults and what ults they're going to use. Because if we take a look at the very next round, right, in this one, NRG, they're just going to sit back, right? So we're at the start of the round here, and if I just skip it forward in 5-second increments, you see, we're just doing nothing, right? So we've already skipped forward to, you know, about a minute left. 40 seconds gone already, right? NRG have done absolutely nothing. And that has a big effect, right? Because keep an eye on our Yoru here, Narrate. You see he has 1 TP, but he only has 1 TP this round, right? He's bought up, doesn't have enough for another gate crash. So that means by just waiting here, sitting here for 40 seconds, doing nothing, probably, you know, looking at the money, seeing that they've bought an op, knowing that the Yoru is going to have an op, you know, maybe that's why they decided to do this. Good call by FNS if they did, because now you don't have that TP set up, and so now you can't TP. Meanwhile, you're going to get Zelsis coming back in towards Hooker here, and he's going to come and put himself on, you know, kind of the closer side of Hooker, as you see just here. You've got, you know, Zekken pushed up kind of on Showers on his own as well. But the thing is, you're playing against a Gecko ult in this round, right? They have a Gecko ult. And so I just want you to consider now, right? If we Gecko ulted down long, this guy's got an op and no TP. Doesn't sound great. Right? Doesn't sound great for Sen. He either gets caught and it's a free kill, or maybe he takes the TP, you know, and maybe gets caught and dies anyway, or, you know, let's even say he does escape. Well, you're giving up the B site for free, and you're now retaking B with an op on the other side of the map against a Viper's Pit. Not great, right? So nothing good happens if they Gecko ult that. If they Gecko ult this, that's a free kill. If they came towards Shower and Gecko ulted this, probably a free kill, right? Like, pretty much... No matter what they did, as long as they didn't go down short, 3 of the 4 lanes here were going to be very good when they went in with this Gecko ult, right? And so guess what happens next?
Second of Showers.
Oh yeah! Monster on the
Jordan's
loose!
dead.
Bullets, bro.
Never mind. Yes.
Good.
And now he has Rage Rocket.
Did he get rocket off that kill?
Yeah. And that guy's dead.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, bro. It's simultaneously beautiful to watch and
This
so hard
angle
to
is
watch.
insane. I'm
With the
stealing.
With the pit like that?
Yeah, we're stealing that.
Dude, this
They
is...
didn't even know where they died from. All right, well, that's just lucky.
He had that kill. Yeah, that angle was...
Whoa.
How did he get that? How did Bang get that kill?
The thing is, it wasn't just their defense side, which was bad as well. If we take a look at the couple attack rounds, or some of them that they had, they were pretty bad too, right? Like, let's take a look at the pistol round here, and NRG in this one, they've got a 4-stack coming down long, and they're just going to, you know, sprint it down here, Sky Flash, they're going to Gecko Flash, you know, just make it pretty clear to everyone, like, this is where we are, right? We're coming out, we're fighting this. They don't see any of Sentinels, right? Now, this is a clever call by FNS. You see, you know, they see Zekken there briefly, but I do kind of like this, right? So then they dog out towards Shower here, right? Obviously, everyone's expecting, like, you know, oh, obviously, we know you've ran down here, so we're just going to fast go away. which would probably be the right call here anyway. But, you know, Sentinels, after maybe they saw, you know, Zek here, maybe they know, like, hey, you know, they're not going to go fast A. I love this call by NRG because what they do is they go quiet for a bit and then they just walk back down, right? Thinking like, okay, well, this guy hasn't heard them sprinting to A, so they're going to expect us to be running this way. So let's actually just redo this, right? And I kind of refight this and hope to catch them out, filling in the space that they think has been left behind. So quite a clever idea. But then they dizzy flash again, right? So again, you hear them all here if you're banged, right? You know, like, hey, they flashed again. You know, they're out here. And now we're just, but for whatever reason, you know, we're just going to take some pretty bad fights. Not only do we have some pretty bad fights, but keep your eye on this guy here, because guess what? He's got the spike.
Energy 4-man push and they're fighting.
Something Rob gave me. I don't know yet.
All right.
Uh-oh. Wait, they can't even pivot back. They're stuck.
Or
That's the bomb.
Yeah.
Spike down B.
Sam Smoke. Sam Smoke Market.
That's the bomb.
Yep. And GG.
Spike here.
Spike here. Okay. Okay.
You know what's so OP about the Wingman too? It insta pops in like Viper smoke and
Yeah.
like Brim smoke. It's so OP.
Dude, Wingman has the craziest.
Nared has a really good play here, but I think, I mean, they look aware
I
of
don't
it.
so.
Does he?
30
So aware.
He just looked.
He cleared it too, like half. I'm expecting a one tap.
Look at Splend.
Dude, Energy are playing these scenarios so well. Like, they
Yeah.
don't give them anything.
They look different today, I'm not going to lie.
And then finally here, let's watch the start of the very next round.
No, come on. Are you kidding me right now? Okay.
Not the greatest A exec you're ever gonna see here from your boys Sentinels, because even though they, you know, start off with some pressure out towards shower, okay, the outlaw buy here, very, very clever by NRG again, right? You know they're gonna force. In we go into lamps with the old no util into ramps, solo just run in there on your own. That sounds like, you know, a winning play. Oh, no, it's not. Right, then what do we do? Oh, well, that's one duelist down. Let's have our other duelist just solo flash through their smoke, right? Is the rest of the team coming with us? Is this any coordination? Never? No, these guys are just chilling in this corner whilst our other duelist is dying. Right, this was, as I'm sure you can see by some of these clips, and if you watch this game, I know that you know that there were other, like, moments as well that I could have brought up here, but I didn't want to bore you all to death of just a team playing pretty bad. It wasn't good. It really wasn't good. And NRG, to be fair to them, they look like they know what they're doing, right? They already look like, you know, somewhat mid-season form there, right? They were structured. They knew what they were doing. They were playing pretty well. I'm sure they would say they could play better, though. And for Sentinels, it was just a whole load of mess.